in every poor community in Brazil, you know, we struggle. That's just the natural thing. It's normal. But some guys like me, like another guy in the bracket, Jackson Souza too, came from a really poor neighborhood. You know, even with the struggles, we overcome that. And the most of the guys always embrace the sports, so it was not different with me. I embraced jiu-jitsu, and I took that as my job, as my, you know, my work, and that's what I do now. That's the way that we do it, you know, because like if you hang out in the streets, so probably gonna end up doing something bad, or, you know, like bad influence, bad friendship. So like me, I just like to be in the gym. All my friends is from the gym, so it's a good environment to be, you know. So you don't get the vibe of the streets, you know. So the sports are always the best way to do. So yeah, I did a bunch of sports, man. I played soccer. You know, as a kid in Brazil, you have to play soccer, you know. I was more than defense for sure. I'm tall, so they put him in defense. But I was not that good in soccer. I ended up playing basketball too. I say like basketball is my second love. Like jiu-jitsu is my first love, and basketball is the second. I still play this now. I was like, so jiu-jitsu is kind of like my job. I spend the most of the time of my day training jiu-jitsu, and I always, when I have a little time and I'm not too tired, I play basketball at night just to clear my mind, so I can be able to come another day and train jiu-jitsu again. So yeah, I still play that too. I started training at this academy fight club. It's by my hometown in Salvador with my Master Bittencourt. Today he's in New Jersey, there, and I started there. I spent 2 years training there, and then after I moved to Rio to train at GFT. I ended up in Fight Club. So when I was a kid, I had some struggles with, I had some anxieties when I was a kid, and then the doctor told me to start training jiu-jitsu. So then, God just put me to live in front of the gym, and then I was like, I told my mom, I said, Mom, you know, the gym's right here, so why not, you know, why I don't start training? So my mom agreed, and then we paid the fee, we started the membership, and then since they began, the coach Marcio always like encouraging me, like, man, you have talent, so stick with jiu-jitsu. You have talent. You can be a good jiu-jitsu fighter. You can be a professional. So keep training, and then that's what I did. It was great 2 years. I learned a lot. All my base, all my foundations from there. I still have a lot of friends from there. My best friends I met in that match, and then yeah, that was a great time back in my city, you know, training. Man, it was really tough in the beginning. I told my mom I'm gonna compete. I was living in Salvador still, and I told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm gonna compete in Brazil. I'm gonna compete in Rio, Rio Open. Rio Open used to be after Brazilian National, the biggest tournament in Brazil from IBJJF. And then I told my mom, I said, Mom, I want to compete there. And then my mom gave me like 100 reais. It's like $30. And that's all I have, so that's all I can do to help you. And then I put my backpack, went there. So, but I didn't told her that I had plans to stay there, you know, like to try to live there, to try to train there. So when I competed, I asked Julio to like give him opportunity. Julio Cesar, that's my coach, and I asked him to give him opportunity to, you know, train there. Also there had like Rodolfo Vieira, Ricardo Evangelista, Igor Silva, a bunch of like talent guys, and then I just like, yeah, man, give me this opportunity, please. So he was like, man, I can't do much. You can stay in the gym if you want, and you know, you clean the gym, you do the work for the gym, and then you can stay here and train. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I was supposed to be in 1 week, and I stayed for like 3 years. to be able to train. That's usually what that's the exchange that the gym do. Like you, because everything in life you have to give something to get something. So that's usually what we do in the gym. We clean the gym, and it's not even a work. We clean with pleasure because the guy opened the doors. We are using their utilities to train, to improve. And then that's I think the minimum that we can give back to them, you know. He told me like since the beginning like that I could do really good if I train, if I dedicate myself, and I didn't disappoint him. I trained there my whole time. The whole time I was there, I was training hard, and yeah, but I guess he's pretty proud of me right now. You know, he knows me since the beginning, since I was 17 years old. So right now I'm pretty proud of me, I guess. No, I didn't return there. I stayed in GFT the whole time. I go there every time that I go to see my family. I visit, as I said before, I have a bunch of friends there. Tough, yeah, it is. It's not easy to live there. Like I didn't realize how bad it is because I stayed in the gym the whole time. So the difficulty that I had was something personal, as like money wise. We didn't have much money to like, you know, eat, get supplements, like have an athlete life. We really didn't have inside of the gym. We slept in the gym. So that was a tough time for me in Rio. I didn't like get the environment, like how the environment of Rio is, because I spent my whole time in the gym. So I didn't get that vibe. But yeah, it is tough. I bet another guys that came like here to talk about their life are gonna tell you way more with more, let me say, experience than me, for real. That's the part like days now when I see like guys, like young guys. I still young, but I see like blue belts, purple belts, saying about like, oh man, blah blah, this and that. I just be like, man, you guys are getting the good season, you know, like the season that I am, it's good too. I'm not gonna lie. We have opportunities like UAE step up and, you know, help our community so much, and that's like, but back in the day when I was a purple blue belt, yeah, we had to work to like really work for to get what we want, you know, to chase our dreams. And yeah, I got my black belt a year ago, yeah. I didn't compete that much. I picked my tournaments a little bit more at black belt, what I'm gonna fight, because I like to put a lot of dedication in my training camps. I like to be in the tournament like 100%. I don't like to be like 50 and then, you know, don't give my all. I like to be 100% ready to fight. So I kind of pick my tournaments what I'm gonna fight, and then, but so far so good. Like I have nothing to complain. I'm getting a lot of experience. I'm fighting tough guys, and yeah, it's good. It's good so far. That, I think that's a good point. That was the division of the water for me. Like I had the opportunity. My friend, my big friend Abraham Mate, he invited me. He asked me if I want to join the ADCC camp that Cyborg Alberto Pereira was doing in Miami on his academy. So my friend Rodolfo Vieira was there too, to train to be able to fight at ADCC. And then my friend Abraham asked Cyborg if I could join the train too, and he allowed me to train with them. And man, that was one of the greatest experience as an athlete that I had, because I was a purple belt that day, and I just saw all their guys training, how they training and how they dedicate themselves, how they focus for the big competition as a DCC, and that was a great parameter for me, how to like have an athlete life. So yeah, that after that I met a friend, and then I ended up living here, and yeah. So that was for me.
It was a good destiny.
It was a good a good trip for me that day in Miami, like 4 years ago. I can say like he's my mentor, my personal friend and my mentor. His name is Kelly Highmore. He's a former boxer, and as all boxers, the mentality is way different than us from Jiu-Jitsu. They have a really tough mindset, and the experience they have in the sport life is way different than us. So I met this guy, and he was just like just a special guy that ended up in my life. And then he invited me to go. He asked me if I want to join, if I want to like move to Ohio to start a program, a jiu-jitsu program there in Toledo. And then I accepted. Said, yeah, let's try, man. Life in Brazil was hard already, so I was like, yeah, that's an opportunity that don't come every day. So I accept the opportunity. I got the opportunity, and then I moved 3 years ago to Toledo, Ohio, and it's doing great. Live there is good. It's good for me as an athlete. It's not a lot of like distractions to me. I just all day like work in the gym, training, work in the gym. So go home, rest. Back in the day, same thing. So it's good for me as an athlete. I got a lot of maturity these 3 years, because now I'm a coach. I have like 10 friends living with me from Brazil as a professional athlete too. So I have to take care about these guys myself. So this gave me a lot experience, and not only as an athlete, but as a person too, as a human being, and as a coach. So it was a great experience. Can't forget, right? You can't forget. You always have to remember that days, because when the good things come, you know how to value that. So you always have to remember the tough days there, and can't forget that, So when you're doing better in life, you're always gonna remember, yeah, I'm doing that, but I work all this process, and I'm here because I earned it. So I always remember the days there. I plan like, as I said, Jiu-Jitsu now is doing much better than before. I saw a lot of guys really living Jiu-Jitsu now, and that's great. But
There's money, you mean, in Jiu-Jitsu?
Exactly. Now Jiu-Jitsu, people are seen, especially UAE, is seen as a professional athletes, and that's what we needed. A organization that saw us as professional, and then like people is making living now in Jiu-Jitsu, making money, having like opportunity to take care of themselves, doing what they love, which is Jiu-Jitsu. But personally, I really want to do MMA. It's something that, it's just our blood. We come from like tough neighborhoods, and we're born with the angry thing. So we want to put that outside, express ourselves in, fighting, and that's something that I exactly punch and I bet, like I think when I get like a couple of titles, I have some goals in the black belt that I want to achieve first, and then after, for sure, I'm gonna like in 2 years maybe last, or I will step up in the cage to see what's going on. I'm training boxing already. Yeah, I saw my cousin then. That's what got me my anxiety, and yeah, that was tough. It's
Your
not
cousin?
my cousin. Yeah, I haven't seen many guys, but that was the one that marked me bad. It was my cousin.
How it was?
How close he lived up.
How it was
How was the process?
Yeah.
He got involved in
Gangs?
gangs and all that, and then unfortunately that wasn't the way that the family hoped to him, but unfortunately he started involved with bad guys, gangs, and then it's two ways in life when you're involved in gangs: or you go to jail, or you end up dead. So he ended up dead. So
In shot?
He got shot 11 shots. Yeah. No, I didn't see the shots, but I see
See him.
I see him. I got like people came to my house like, hey, he got shot, and then we went to see, and then well, was bad. No, 100%. I know many kids. I'm not gonna say I know one, two. I know many kids that was really bad young and end up in the sport. Not even only jiu-jitsu. I know a lot from jiu-jitsu too, but I know from other sports. But sport just save your life, you know. Whatever sport you play, if you take serious, it's gonna save your life for sure. And jiu-jitsu is a great sport to do that because you can express yourself fighting. So you're fighting for something for real. So I think it's the best way to like, you know, escape from that. Man, honestly, as an athlete, I have a bunch of different goals in life. As an athlete, like I saw a lot of like people chase titles and all that. I want to have titles, yes, but I really chase be the best like that I can. You know what I mean? Like I just want to come here and show like, yeah, I am the best here. So title is gonna come if I can't achieve that, you know. Title is just gonna be like, all right, I'm the best here, so the title is just a consequence. Yes, I'm gonna win for sure because I'm the best here. So as an athlete, that's my goal, is be the best that I can. I always improve every single day. In every tournament, I improve a little bit more. So that's my goal as an athlete. As a person, I have a bunch of goals. Help my family, give them the life that they deserve. Take them out of the community and help my friends and help my students, grow my school, help people as much as I can, give back a little bit for the people that gave me when I didn't have much. And that's my goals in life, you know, just help all the people that gave me something, help me when I was, you know, struggling, and then give them back a little bit. It's just like I pull guard usually, but I play a lot on top, so I pass guard a lot. Like, you know, I came from a school that usually is a bunch of guard passes. GFT, yeah, Rodolfo Vieira, like, so we pass guards. So usually, like, when you pass the guard, the guy in the do guard, he turned to the back, like he gave you the back. So it's just a natural reaction from your opponent. So you end up in the back always. So, you know, I just passed the guard and boom, they gave the back. So I just say thank you and get the choke. But yeah, it is one of my favorite submissions. Is is where I get the most submissions in tournaments, and that's why I have the biggest percentage. I won as a brown belt. I won Disney Nation here 2 years ago as a brown belt. Won the World Pro. I won Grand Slam London as a brown belt too. Black belt just in Tokyo, yeah. So in general, I think the Grand Slams are some of the toughest. The Grand Slams in general is one of the toughest tournaments to fight because it has the prize of the money and all the athletes want that, and you always gonna see like toughest guys in the division, and you know you can't just like deny that you have to fight the toughest guys to be the best. So in seeing the Grand Slams is just, you know, great to have all these tough guys, and seeing the competition, the Grand Slam Los Angeles, I think so far that's gonna be the toughest one because it's in California. California is one of, besides Brazil, California is one of the where I have the biggest community in Jiu-Jitsu besides Brazil. So I think it's gonna be a really tough tournament to do. My division is already like crazy. It's really tough, and the King of Mats is gonna be like insane tough. So yeah, let's fight. Just let's fight. Scary is not the word to use. You always think about the opponents, like what they do, you know, how you get nervous a little bit, but not scared. If you're scared of somebody, honestly, like, you should choose another sport. In Jiu-Jitsu, Rodolfo for sure. Rodolfo Vieira, that was the guy that I have posters on my wall when I was a kid, and I had like a post when he won the open class here with the belt, and that was that was the guy that I always looked for, and that's why I chose GFT. Rodolfo, he's just a different athlete. I'm not gonna say I had the opportunity. I was blessed to be able to train with him and see what he does. I just tell everybody he's just a different guy. You know what I mean? To have another guy like him, I don't think he's gonna have early. You know, you're gonna wait a lot to have a guy like him. He's just great. He's one of the greatest ever, in my opinion. It's hard. Like, it's hard to say. Like, let me tell you this. As in, like, I pay attention a lot in other sports, and when it came to jiu-jitsu, you see big guys. You see guys when they're big, they're slow, they're more strength. And Bochecha is another different kind of athlete. He's not even slow, and he's not even using strength. He moves like a lightweight, and he's strong. He's very strong. So, and then when it came to like, let me get this point. The concept of jiu-jitsu is the light guy beat the big guy, right? The small guy beat the big guy.
Like
Days back in the day, the Gracie days back in the day, the concept, the small guy beat the big guy. But if the big guy had the same technique of the small guy, for sure the big guy is gonna beat for the small guy. So pretty much this is what happens. And I don't want to get too deep in that conversation. I like both. Rodolfo's my boy, and I was gonna cheer for him, but for Rodolfo, I was gonna cheer for him. Anyways, like, he always gonna be my favorite fighter. So I don't want to get too deep in that conversation, but yeah, it's pretty much this. You know, if this technique's pretty similar, I was the big guy, have the advantage of the small guy for physicality, for the weight. It's just hard to fight a big guy with a lot of technique, you know, and a lot of strength. For Herbert Santos, he's just a good athlete. I don't know him as a person, but as an athlete, I would say he's a good athlete. He's tough, but everybody's tough these now, you know. Tough, Jesus Christ. I haven't seen Jackson fighting for a long time, and he's just like increasing his level.
here in Los Angeles.
Exactly, and he's just increasing his level. He's getting better and better and better, and I just be happy, you know, for these guys to get always. Igor is my friend, man. Igor Silva, he's my friend. I gonna meet him after here, and he's great, man. I trained with Igor for a long time, and so coming back for the Herbert Santos point, yeah, he's a tough guy. Tough, the best close guard that I ever trained.
Really?
Yeah, he's hard, man. He's hard to open guard, close guard. It's really hard to like open his guard. Send a message em português. Mestre, obrigado por tudo pela oportunidade que você me deu. Agradeço de coração. Você sabe que você sempre vai morar no meu coração aqui. E é isso. Muito obrigado. Essa é a palavra-chave que eu tenho para você. Meu muito obrigado por tudo. Nah, I don't forget. Like, I live with Brazilians too, but when I came here 3 years ago, I didn't have one Brazilian to speak Portuguese. No, I didn't know one word. Like, the only word that I knew was hello, excuse me, sorry.
Only.
Basic, like really, really basic. And then, but you have to survive, you know. Like, I say, like, usually, like, when you're not lazy, you can't adapt yourself in any situation. So I just learned how to speak, and depends the situation. Like, you know, Portuguese is my natural language, so I can speak both, like, with no problems. I still like learn a lot of English. I still have some words that I don't know yet. Like, my vocabulary is still not short, but it's not that big. I use like really simple terms to speak, and But yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better every day. I always tell my friends, I think this is the way to be. I always are gonna support UAE. If I have the opportunity to fight UAE, I'm gonna always pick UAE to fight because it's who support the sport. You know what I mean? And I always have this on my mind. We have to support who support us. So it's great what they're doing. I hope they keep doing this and just, you know, keep the evolution of our sports and support us. And me as an athlete, as a personal opinion, I was gonna be here fighting UAE, fighting the tournaments, fighting the Gutemberge. Gutemberge for me is one of the greatest tournament in the year, in the calendar. And yeah, I'll be always down for a fight here.